it's this section of road right here in front of the Mel Johnson Media Center that will serve as the newest crosswalk for the Northwestern community. Whether you're here for a personal package, a letter, or even stamps, the UNW Mailing Center can take care of all of your mailing needs.
I used to have big guns.
Writing, tutoring, and testing. The UNW Alpha Center seems like a place where each second passes a bit slower. But even in the least exciting places,
You can use a page of notes. Did you bring that? All right.
come very special people.
She makes it known that the students matter, that the tutors matter, that the issue isn't the biggest problem.
Hello. How can I help you?
Carol Steinbach has only worked in the Alpha Center for 2 years, and her impact on students isn't only in the classroom.
Money that you spend feeding students is never wasted.
She puts us first a lot of the time, which is really nice. It makes it a great work environment.
We have some nice almond cookies here if you would like one.
Her inspiration for her generosity comes from 2 important role models.
My mom and dad were very generous about food when I was growing up. You know, all the kids came to our house after school, even though we didn't have very much money. We have snacks.
Whether they're working with her or for her, Carol does her best to impact as many students as possible.
I can't help every student, but I can help the ones that cross my path.
And one of those students
Hey, Erica. How you doing?
is Erica Sunval.
I see Christ in her, I really do. She's probably the most impressive person I've met and probably the person I've been most impacted by.
I don't want to be the kind of office where people say no more than they say yes.
To some students, Carol's generosity comes at the perfect time.
Her being able to provide for us in one part of our really busy, crazy lives really gives her peace in her heart that she's doing what she can.
Everybody's got struggles that they're going through at the same time, so being kind helps.
Carol's main goal is to make her office a better experience for all who come through it.
Not everybody wants a cookie in the middle of the morning, but I think it just makes it a better place to come and visit.
For Eagle 7 News,
Thank you.
this is Brennan Scarborough.
They're the face that most people see when they first come, especially as newcomers.
This year at NRB,
Hi, can we help you?
on the second floor of the convention center,
Sit right here.
right in front of Ballroom A, and what some might call the center of the storm, sits 2 NRB celebrities.
We had a lot of people this morning.
Yes, you sure have.
Ward and Bonnie Childerson have put in over 50 years of service into NRB, starting back in 1966.
Wouldn't be the same if you weren't here.
The couple expertly uses their gifts of service to make lasting impressions.
If you walk up to that table, like that young man did, and said, "It's my first time here," all of a sudden they engage that guy, make him feel as though, hey, it's not your first, it's your 10th, and we're here to help you. That is a gift.
They're so motherly and fatherly, and just getting to know them, like, they just have a warm presence.
The ministry of NRB serves as the driving force of why they've stayed so long.
It's all about Christ and getting the word out to a lost and dying world that needs Christ real bad.
While people are impressed by the devotion they've given to NRB,
Do you need some information here?
it's the 64-year commitment to each other that catches the most attention.
We were both 20 when we got married.
And they're a great couple. So much time they give donating to NRB plus other ministries.
I've only been married for 2 years, and just hoping that my husband and I could be just like them.
It's one way we can serve the Lord.
We served together.
And after nearly 40-plus years of a perfect attendance at the NRB conference, Ward and Bonnie's perfect attendance suddenly stopped after an unforeseeable health circumstance.
We thought last year was going to be our last year.
The effects of the disease has hindered the abilities in Bonnie's right arm and leaves her in daily pain.
It's complex regional syndrome. If you had a bad toothache or something, that's the way it feels, kind of, all the time. When I get in a lot of pain, I just start singing and praising the Lord.
It's been a challenge. She's gone through a lot of pain. She's almost always in pain of some kind.
After all the pain and 60 years,
A few bumps along the road,
taking every day a step at a time, hand in hand.
and it's been good.
Whether you're here to grab a program, a piece of chocolate, or to just say hi, Ward and Bonnie Childerson will be right here, the place they've been for the past 50 years. From Nashville, Tennessee,
God always opens doors.
for Eagle 7 News,
All we have to do is walk through them.
this is Brennan Scarborough.
We celebrate his homegoing, and we're grateful for the fact that he was a part of our rich legacy here at Northwestern.
Early Wednesday morning, the announcement was released that Reverend Billy Graham had passed away.
The greatest evangelical leader of our time.
Even though Reverend Graham was mostly known for his years of evangelism,
With the Crusades and everything, and they all kind of came together, and that's when he really became America's pastor.
it was his 4 years as UNW's second president that means the most to us.
Billy Graham is a part of our history.
Located at the center of campus, the Billy Graham Commons stands as a reminder for the imprint that he's left.
The idea of honoring Dr. Graham, it kind of all came together, and so they started raising money, and then in 2011, that's when they had the prayer of dedication, or the ribbon cutting, and this building was launched.
But his major accomplishment at UNW is another popular building on campus.
He launched KTIS back in 1949.
And even though this building isn't the one that's named after him, it's the KTIS building that really embodied his mission here at UNW and ultimately spread throughout the whole Midwest.
KTIS High.
It's really an intentional plan for Northwestern Media since the beginning to reach our communities for Christ.
And after seeing his project come to fruition, Billy Graham was able to play a large role in the station's first broadcast.
So Dr. Graham was the first person that was on the air on KTIS, and he started it, of course, with a prayer.
It's so cool to think that he's the one that signed us on the air, since he's the one that launched the station.
Think of the millions of people who have been touched and changed by the Reverend Dr. Billy Graham.
But it was his time after Northwestern where Billy Graham's ministry was at its peak, reaching people all over the nation.
God gave him a gift, to love people.
Even after his passing, the memories of the Reverend remain positive for believers and non-believers alike.
People loved him, even if they weren't in the faith. They weren't intimidated by that, and he spoke the truth.
For Eagle 7 News,
KTIS and Northwestern Media would not be on the air today spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ if it weren't for Dr. Billy Graham and his legacy at Northwestern.
I'm Brennan Scarborough.